Let's continue to talk about some of the absolute monarchs in Russia. We finished last video talking about Peter the Great. Peter the Great's legacy, or what he's really known for, is his policy of westernization, trying to pull Russia out of the lagging behind that had occurred due to the control of the Mongolians in the 12 and 1300s. So, as I had mentioned before, he traveled to Europe on what's known as his Grand Embassy, beginning this policy of westernization, where he looked to Europeans and their policies, their education system, their government, their army, their navy, all of these things to try to bring Russia up to the same standards as the Europeans by modeling their government, military, and education after them. Oftentimes, though, what you really see Peter being known for is also this beard tax. Well, Russia's cold, and going back to the time of Mongolians, people in Russia always wore beards. The beards kept them warm, but it was also a tradition that the Mongolians had. When Peter the Great went to Europe, he noticed that very few men had facial hair and wore a certain style of clothing. Seeing this, he went back to Russia and actually put a tax on beards. You had a choice. You paid the tax to keep your beard, or if you did not pay the tax, he literally cut off the beard. And the cartoon that you see there is actually a political cartoon describing the beard tax. This particular cartoon has actually shown up on the Regents exam a number of times in the past. Peter the Great also did another thing that helped to expand Russia. And when you think about Russian geography, it's in the northernmost part of Asia. Its northern coast is the Arctic Ocean, which means during cold months, most of the coastline of Russia is actually frozen. So, in order to be able to trade, the Russians and Peter the Great realized that they needed a warm water port. And Peter the Great wanted this warm water port on the Black and the Baltic Seas, so here and here, where during the winter months there would be thawed water for trading with other parts of the world. So Peter expanded and actually moved the capital of Russia to his namesake, St. Petersburg. He built this new capital in European model, so it looked like a European city, and they called it the window to the west. It was Russia's window to Europe. And in St. Petersburg, you could sail down the Neva River to the Baltic Sea, allowing for trade in all months of the year. Next, you have Catherine the Great. Catherine the Great was actually a Tsarina from 1762 to 1796, and she became Tsarina after she arranged her husband's assassination. She is known as an enlightened despot, someone who followed Enlightenment ideas, and we'll talk more over the next couple weeks about Enlightenment ideas, but the basic idea is questioning government and how government runs. She used better education systems and a more effective way of governing to actually strengthen the nobles. But at the same time, if people questioned her or rebelled against her, she used her power as an absolute monarch to put down these rebellions. So yes, she used more Enlightenment ideas and more education and logic in the way that she ruled, but at the same time, she did not tolerate people rebelling against her. Catherine continued Peter the Great's conquests for these warm water ports, and she looked to Poland. During her time as Tsarina, Poland was partitioned or split apart between Austria and Prussia, and through this, Russia actually gained a warm water port on the Black Sea. That's it for absolutism. Make sure you have completely filled in your notes. Thank you.